it feels like to be beat by 2 white belts.
I'm gonna scrap. Oh, my ear! Ow! You've been tapped out by them before.
That's how you get a white belt with 2 white belts.
A white belt? You call me a white belt?
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sure some of the trolls may think that on this podcast.
Fuck you, Reddit people. So this week on Jiu-Jitsu Talk, we are talking about...
Jiu-Jitsu Talk.
Jiu-Jitsu Talk.
Look at every week's different.
BJJ Bollocks.
I thought we called it BJJ Chat.
BJJ Chat. BJJ Banter would be better.
Okay.
Americans don't know what that means. Apparently if you say faux pas, you're a wanker, so fuck you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Black belts on the internet. Black belts.
We got trolled. We liked it.
We got a lot of comments on Reddit and a couple of random YouTube ones, I think. Calling us
We're creating some emotion. We like it.
self-flagellators. You think faux pas is annoying? We're self-flagellators.
Anyway.
You're gonna have to cut this to...
No.
So, cut, so we got the talk and then the box at the end because people have already switched off. So this week on Jiu-Jitsu Chat, we're talking about creonches. Is that how you say it?
I just think you're a cretin. I mean, is that right?
Because I used to think it was just cretin. I thought it was Portuguese for
That's
cretin.
what I just said. I just think you're a cretin.
I might be. But, so it's like
So
teams in Jiu-Jitsu.
our Portuguese friends, let's correct us how we're supposed to say it. Maybe video us back and how we say creonte.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it used to be like people have got teams. So you know you're a Carlson Gracie or whatever, Gracie Baja or one of the other ones, Icon or Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And it used to be like I keep saying used to be, which is just not true. It still is a faux pas to
you call them all wankers now?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To train with other teams. What do you think about that, Ben?
I don't think it has any relevance, really. My personal opinion, because I don't compete.
But even if you do compete, there's this thing about... So when I started Jiu-Jitsu, I was a white belt. I trained at 2 different gyms. I trained at 2 different gyms. I won't say who they were, but basically one of those gyms, one didn't care, which is the one I still train with now, Roger Gracie Academy. And the other gym that I trained at, and I only trained at 2 different teams. Because number one, I didn't know there's 2 different teams. I didn't know.
I think I think that's the biggest thing. Like when you're new to it, you don't even realise what it's all about. You know, you just go to whatever's available to you. So if you like work in one town and there's a club there and you can get there in your lunch break, then you'd go there, right? And if you go back home and you want to do a double bubble and it's a different team, you'd go there, right?
Yeah, but when I started out, they were like, "Oh, you got to." One of the teams was like, "You got to choose because we show you techniques here that we don't want you to use there because you're giving away." But maybe that would have made sense in the early 90s or something, where you didn't film every tournament and every technique and have YouTube channels.
Yeah, but even in traditional martial arts, this is always a big thing that you shouldn't cross-train, that you shouldn't work with
Secret technique.
Karate's
better than Taekwondo.
Dimac.
Dead.
But wait, I've got chili in my life.
No. So I'm a massive creonche.
You are.
So I'm going to reveal now. Look, I am a Roger Gracie black belt, and then I also occasionally go and train with the 10 Planet guys. Just coincidence. This is the only clean rash card, but I had it under a gi, which might be disrespectful, but who cares? Like the 10 Planet guys I train with, they don't care. Eddie Bravo doesn't seem to care. Anyone can train with them. And, you know, the funny thing is, I've seen a lot of these guys. So it used to be that Icon weren't allowed. What used to be Brazilian top team weren't allowed to train with Roger Gracie guys. But Roger and Zay Marcelo, the head instructors, used to be mates, train together. It's all the little white belts and blue belts would bitch at each other.
Stupid, right?
It's retarded. And we should be... Number one, it's not a team sport. You go to
it's an individual
competition,
sport.
you obviously represent your instructor to a degree, but that's your instructor. It's not... You know, it's like, oh, we're this lineage and this hierarchy, and my instructor's instructor, I represent, 4 people down the line. It's like, not really. And like, do those your instructors? Does he care if you get a bronze at the Bournemouth Open? Like,
He's must be dead.
yeah, there is that. So, I think it's stupid, and I like the rise of there's like the BJJ Globetrotters, where it's like loads of different teams get together, train together, and you know, my advice to beginners: if you can cross train a little bit, you know, even if you go on holiday, train with different people, you learn a technique there that people at your school haven't learned. It's like you'll catch people with it because they won't know it. They won't see it coming. They have no idea about it.
I think that's the interesting thing about cross training is that every instructor has their own nuance on a technique that works for them, and then by definition they then pass it on to their students. So you end up with this sort of group of monsters in this particular move that you wouldn't ordinarily see in your own gym. So it is good. I think it's good anyway. And at least that way, like if you are competing, you will get to, again, if you're competing against these people, you're going to kind of get an idea of their training methods. So it's going to help you. And if they do the same back, then by definition, you're going to be better.
Yeah, just cross train, and then most instructors don't give a shit. I've like every time I go on holiday, I train someone different. I've been all over the world training. Like 99% of academies are super welcoming. And to be honest, it's even better as a black belt. You're like, there's always one or two people that try and take your head off, but I quite like that. But it's like, you know, you've gone through such a similar thing. Don't fucking hit me with a belt.
There's always a white belt.
Yeah. Alright, we're out. No. Oh, it's whip. That about self-defense.
How to be a black belt with a white belt.
So, yeah, next week we're going to do how to disarm someone with a belt.
Yeah, and then we could also look at what techniques you can use to wrap someone up with a belt.
Sounds a bit bondagey, doesn't it?
Well, I didn't really want to let that one out for you, mate. I know how much you enjoy it. I mean, how much you find it challenging.
Please subscribe, like the video, comment. If you didn't like it, don't comment.
You know, if you don't like it, you can always just unsubscribe. We don't want you to do that, but you can.